Good morning, class. Today is Thursday, September 10th. I hope you are all doing fantastic, and I hope you all by now have found the videos from Tuesday and Wednesday that walk you through your lessons on how to do your assignments. This is going to be something that I do pretty much daily. There may be a point where I'm not able to do one, but since it is very simple to record my lessons ahead of time and have you watch them, that is how the majority of your learning will be taking place during this pandemic and all of your remote learning. You can watch these videos at any time. I will make sure that your assignments are due at reasonable times so that you have a chance to watch them and do them. I do recommend going through all of your classes on days that you don't have Zoom calls in the same order that you would do them normally. These videos will never take longer than a normal class session would. So you should be thinking of them in terms of a normal class session, sitting down and listening to your teacher. Okay, so today's video should not take long because today's lesson does not require much instruction. We're going to go ahead and switch over to my desktop here and open up Schoology. Once again, I will be using my homeroom class as an example, but the same assignment should be in every single one of your classes. So we'll go to week 3, Thursday, and now we have in here is where you found this video, and in here is our assignment for today. We will open it up. The instructions say to simply read it in Kami and use the submission feature to turn it in. Open up with Kami. Now remember what I said yesterday is that anytime you create or open something in Kami, it will go to your drive. It will go to your drive underneath of Kami Schoology assignments. And we can find it in here now if we've opened it properly. Yes, here it is with my name and the name of the original article. So you can see it in there. Changes should take place. If you ever lose something in Kami, you can check your Google Drive to see if it is there. The article you're about to read is about the 9/11 terrorist attacks that happened on September 11th, 2001. Now, you are all 12 to 14 years old, so I'm assuming that you have heard at least something about the 9/11 attacks at some point in your life, and I'm not going to reiterate it. But we can stop right now and think, what do we know about the 9/11 terrorist attacks? Well, first of all, we know that they happened a long time ago. 2001 was 18 years ago. 19 years ago. I can't even do the math. How long ago was this? This was so long ago that this is what Mr. Sullivan looked like at the time that the 9/11 attacks happened. When I was about your age, I went to see where the World Trade Center had been before it was destroyed in the terrorist attacks, and this is what it looked like. There was construction. It was just a giant hole in the ground. If I had gone a few years before that, I would have seen dust and rubble. There's me when I went to see it, so you can see how long ago it was that they were still cleaning up after the attacks. And today, this is what the site of the 9/11 attacks looks like. There is a new building there called, I believe it's called the One World Trade Center. So, what are some other things that we know other than it took place a long time ago? We know that a lot of people died. As a matter of fact, the number is around 3,000 people lost their lives, many of whom were first responders, firemen, policemen that had rushed in to help. We know that it changed a lot of things about the way the world works. So many ways that you kids can't even begin to imagine because you weren't born before 9/11 happened. Even myself as an adult can't really tell you how many things have changed because of these attacks. So what I want you to be thinking about as we read this article that is going to be talking about some of the things that have happened as a result of these attacks, I want you to be thinking about the situation that we're in right now with the coronavirus pandemic. What kind of things do you think are going to happen in the future when you're my age and you're telling middle schoolers about what the world was like before the pandemic and what sort of things have happened since then? So with all of that in mind, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this article here. All right, inside of Kami, the instructions are very simple. I want you guys to read this article. This is How 9/11 Changed America, 4 Lasting Impacts. Abridged. I want you to stop and ask yourself, do I know what the word abridged means? Abridged means it has been shortened. So I have shortened this article. I have taken out a few things and changed the wording to make it a little easier to read. If you're having trouble, you can always use your extensions for Snap and Read if you have access to those. If you don't, then ignore what I said. So looking through this article here, let's see if we can make it a little bit bigger. You will see every now and then certain things like this, where it says caution inside of these squared off brackets is what they're called. So those are things that I have added as a part of changing this article up. Okay, so that's self-explanatory. You guys are going to read this article. It is only about 1,000 words. It will take you maybe 20 minutes to completely read, and then go through these different questions in order to answer these multiple choice questions. So this says in the section ongoing wars, what has changed? Ongoing wars, what agencies did the authors say happened? What agencies? That's a typo. What did the authors say happened to the budgets of the defense-related agencies? I will try to upload a new document that corrects that. That is a typo in this question. It should say, what did the authors say happened? God, I'm glad I caught that. So in order to answer these questions, I'm asking you to simply open up your markup tool over here and highlight the answer that you believe best fits it. Or you can use one of these drawing tools to try and circle it. If you have a mouse, that might be more comfortable for you. And of course, in the sections down here, we can use our type tool to write inside of here and answer those questions that way. There are, what did I count? 8 questions total. These questions that ask you to write on them are all worth 2 points each. So this is a 14-point assignment. Here's 1 point, 2 points, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. So you have until Friday to get this done. And remember that on Friday, you also have your goal-setting letter worth 100 points due in Schoology. There is a video in the Tuesday folder explaining to you how to submit it to me. And you also have to have your journals, first journal entry done by tomorrow as well, Friday. There's a reason that everything is due on Friday this week. It is to give you guys time to acclimate. That will not always be the case. Things will start being due closer to the time that they were assigned. So be prepared for that. Be watching the days as they come around. Every day, whether or not you have a Zoom call, you should open up your Schoology page and check the folder for My Classroom to see if there are video instructions and any assignments due at that time. So read this article, answer the questions. They will be due tomorrow, and tomorrow we will have something else to do with them. Okay? I will see you, Group A, on Monday in Zoom. Until then, have a good day.